you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olsen's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olsen's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Dano's Marine in Fort Pierre is your one-stop shop for all things boats and watercraft. They are your local Vexus and Alumacraft boat dealer, some of the best boats on the water. Dano's also offers a full line of services to maintain your boat out of the water so you can enjoy more time on the water. Their certified technicians proudly service Yamaha, Mercury, and Everroot motors. Stop in today to visit about your next watercraft. Dano's Marine, proud sponsor of Pierre and Fort Pierre athletics and events.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Knowles wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find them on Facebook or email scott@leerealestatepier.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dimock Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimock Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, DimockDairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimock Cheese.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olsen Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olsen Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olsen Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olsen Plumbing 605-224-6436.
You asked for it. Nonstop flights between Pierre and Minneapolis. Now you can book nonstop flights from Pierre to Minneapolis and Denver on Denver Air Connection. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets with fares starting at just $119 one way. Seats are limited and restrictions apply. Business, pleasure, a game, a winter getaway. It's easy when you fly from Pierre. Visit DenverAirConnection.com/Expedia to book your trip today. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Minneapolis flights begin November 30th.
At Busse Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Busse Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Busse Ford, building partnerships for life.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Being local means more than being just another small-town business. It means showing up for our member owners when they need us, supporting the organizations that empower the next generation of community leaders and agriculturalists, and providing resources to help ensure the communities we live in are here for generations to come. At AgTegra Cooperative, local isn't just about where our locations are. It's about serving our farmers, our employees, and our communities in ways that nobody else will.
Hey Josie, why so glum, chum? I can't find a way to get my whole group to one spot without taking all these cars. You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling. Whoa, no way! Yeah, you should check them out. Where can I find them? You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the driving.
Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln.
Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a recarpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start-stop technology, you'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierce, South Dakota.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Protect what matters most with the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC.
Best of luck in today's competition to the Potter County Battlers from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan and is focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Battlers from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
This month in Grossenberg's calendar, it's their Kids Coloring Contest. If your kid is 6 to 12 years old, they can color the page on the calendar and bring it into your local Grossenberg location where their staff will judge and your kid could win a $100 gift certificate for John Deere merchandise. See any of their 9 Grossenberg locations and get your kid what they want most, $100 in John Deere merchandise with their coloring contest only.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Todd Sandel today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Titan Machinery is actively hiring service technicians to our Case IH team in Highmore, Miller, and Pierre. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make upwards of 6 figures. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, free single health care, and a generous tool allowance. For more information, log into titanmachinery.com/careers or contact Titan Machinery, your Case IH dealer, at 701-356-0130.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olsen's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olsen's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Dano's Marine in Fort Pierre is your one-stop shop for all things boats and watercraft. They are your local Vexus and Alumacraft boat dealer, some of the best boats on the water. Dano's also offers a full line of services to maintain your boat out of the water so you can enjoy more time on the water. Their certified technicians proudly service Yamaha, Mercury, and Evergreen motors. Stop in today to visit about your next watercraft. Dano's Marine, proud sponsor of Pierre and Fort Pierre athletics and events.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Camera for live ticket, and you'll be able to watch this match as well as hear it with our live video stream available at drgnews.com/river. That's the River 92.7 page, also the River 92.7 page of the DRG News smartphone app. So wherever you join us from, happy Friday, everybody. Let's get off to a good start with some good volleyball here at Riggs High Gym tonight. As this game broadcast brought to you within the broadcast also by Gale's Gas Service, Cowboy Country Stores, and Hermanson Endodontics, by Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial, Coca-Cola Bottling, Comtech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, and Virotech, Central Dakota Eye Care, and the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. And our pregame is brought to you by Bank West. Bank West for the best. Coming up after a 3-minute timeout. Tonight we'll start with keys to success. We'll chat with the head coaches. We've had a little extra things to talk about with both coaches coming into this one tonight. So we'll start there, and we'll, if we get the time, we'll take care of the state of volleyball coming into this weekend a little bit later on in our Bank West pregame show. Of course, the starting lineups and more are also on the way. It's Pierre and it's Gorman here from Riggs High Gym. In 3 minutes, we begin talking with the coaches. By the way, Central Dakota, I should say the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminding us all as we're taking to the road this weekend, remember to buckle up every trip, every time. Reminder from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Keys to success to begin in 3 minutes. This is Pierre Governor Volleyball on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Are you looking to make a change? A career, not just a job. Beck Motor Company is seeking a dedicated and skilled general service technician to join our dynamic team. If you're passionate about automotive service and looking for a rewarding career, we want to hear from you. 2 to 4 years required minimum related experience and or training. Flag rate or hourly options available, 401k, free individual health insurance, paid leave, a company cabin in the Black Hills, on-site gym, and more. Contact Dave Lemieux at 605-224-5912 or stop by Beck Motors for more information.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications, as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as a basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 an hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 3. That's 833-605-5483, extension 3, and punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports, from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games, and when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School Sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
Here we go. Keys to Success with Kerry Wheelhouse, the Governor head coach, and the home finale, actually, for the Pierre Governors as they host the Gorman Knights. And, Coach, Tuesday night you hosted Huron, and I know we talked about it after the game. It was kind of a game that you'd really like to have back because there were opportunities. And, you had leads, in fact, 4 sets, and you had leads in every one of them. But Pierre and Huron are very evenly matched, and maybe just a little more experience on that side of the court. And that was maybe the difference that night.
Yeah, we made a lot of mistakes that we shouldn't have. They had some good serves where we just really struggled picking them up, on those seams. And yeah, some stuff that we really wish we would have back. And some of the things that you don't see when you're in the midst of the game, but after you watch it back, I know the girls, a lot of the stuff that they wanted to change. And so hopefully they can pick themselves up. Had a good practice the last 2 days. And so hopefully they can pick themselves back up and come against an even tougher old Gorman team.
And you take it, every loss is a learning experience, but one of the learning experiences I have in that one is my hope for the girls in particular is that when you have situations where you have nice leads, even though it's early in a set, if you lose a big lead, you really hope that never happens again, and you want to do whatever you can to make sure it doesn't happen.
Yeah, really be pushing at the very beginning and making sure that we're not losing some of those leads that we're getting started. because it seems like they kind of let off, and then once their backs are against the wall, they really know how to pick it up and push. So hopefully we can work some more on that of just staying ahead and keeping that lead.
A little motivation coming in toward the end of the season with O'Gorman coming in here tonight, and this is a team that's 19-4, and you look at their schedule, believe it or not, they've only lost one game to a South Dakota AA team out of those 4 losses. This is a team that's really made strides this year. But, man, they are tall up front, aren't they?
They are tall up front, and they are unpredictable. So, you can go and watch film on them, and they don't run the same plays. And they're constantly changing it up and have some really good plays that we've been seeing from them. And so our defensive girls just have to really be aggressive at the net with our blocks, really getting in their face, especially as tall as they are, trying to get at least a touch on it. And then our back row has just got to be on their toes constantly. There's nowhere that we're going to be able to say, oh, this person's hitting in this position. They're all over the court. And so the girls are just going to really have to be on their toes.
It's one of 2 Sioux Falls teams you have left in your last 3 matches. Do you look at do you watch those teams and see similarities between them, or you pick out differences like you're talking about here with O'Gorman?
Yeah, we try and look at them and at least get a kind of understanding of what they kind of look like. Those Sioux Falls schools and some of these higher ranking schools, they don't have a lot of similarities, and the only similarity they really do have is that they're big for one, and 2, that they run a lot of different offense. So we just got to be ready for everything on our side, and really, but these schools have to focus more on our side of the ball or our side of the net and keeping the ball.
And 3, they're consistent too, and that's obviously one thing that you'd like to get going here tonight. Get a good start like you had Tuesday, and stay consistent. We'll see where things go.
Yeah, limit the mistakes on our side. We can't give them any extra points because they're a tough opponent, and so hopefully we can keep our mistakes to a minimum so that we can stay in the game.
Do you feel on Tuesday night too that there was just a lot of tipping going on, and I think I personally feel like you'd really like to get more of a consistent system going too.
Yeah, a consistent system. They were tipping and putting us out of rotation or out of system a lot, and so then our sets weren't getting to where we needed to and kind of hitting where we were wanting to hit and get our offensive rolling like we could. And then we were going away from some of our heavy hitters, our hot hands, and we've got to keep pushing the ball to them until they adjust to them.
All right, key to success, I'm saying it. Forget about who you're playing. Get out there, get focused, and just play at one point at a time and play the best you can.
Exactly. We're going to play dig or die volleyball tonight, where we're going to try and get every ball a touch on it and just play aggressive.
All right, Coach. Dig and pink tonight, too. Let's go have a good time. Right?
Yes.
There she is, Carrie Wheelhouse, the head coach of the Pierre Governors. Coach's comments and keys to success in our pregame are sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. As we'll step aside and hear from them. And then we speak with Cale Heck, the head coach of Sioux Falls O'Gorman, the Knights, with keys to success coming up. This is Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Did you know 16 million Americans suffer from dry eye? Hi, this is Dr. Nick Marso of Central Dakota Eye Care. Along with providing comprehensive eye exams evaluating vision and health of your eyes, we now offer IPL dry eye treatments. OptiLight IPL is a new innovative light therapy treatment for dry eye and is FDA approved. Also available at our clinic are dry eye products and supplements. Call us today, 224-6128 for more information and to schedule an appointment. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
All right, a keys to success. Continue talking with Cale Heck, the head coach of the O'Gorman Knights. And, Coach, welcome to Pierre once again. But the way you guys have been going this season, I tell you, a couple of losses early on, a couple of bumps in the road here and there, but 11 wins in a row now I count coming in. And you guys are really playing some good volleyball at the right time of the year, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, something we always are kind of like talking on is, like, we're trying to learn throughout the year. We're trying to get a little bit better, peak at the right time, and, like, yeah, you wanna get all those losses turned around and you want to win, but it's like you do learn from those things. I think like they were good for us in our reality. I think it was a little bit of a reality check. I think the girls all had kind of an expectation of like we're gonna be one of the top teams in the state, but that like kind of like working for it was kind of that next step in the guys. Okay, we can have the talent, but now we also have to go do the work to do it. But yeah, we've kind of hit a stride here. It's been fun. They're working really, really hard. So kind of starting to click at the right time, hopefully. Still a few little kinks, but we're working through those. Just got a solid month or something like that.
Good win over Sioux Falls Lincoln recently. And, let me guess, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm guessing you guys are going in there and just getting off to a good start and there's going to be slip-ups, but overall, I think consistency looks pretty good right now.
Yeah. I mean, Lincoln was they're like a kind of a wild card of a team. There's a ton of talent. They're super young, but they have a lot of skill and can kind of like have their moments when they kind of put it on you. And at the start of the set, we I think were taken a little bit back of like, oh man, like they were ripping some serves and we had to dig ourselves back. And so we did that. And the same thing started in the third set. They kind of threw a new lineup out and we had to dig our way kind of back. We got down, I think, like 8-1 or something like that, and had to go back to work a little bit. So it was like a good, solid win. We took care of business, but also one where you can come out of it and be like, okay, we at least had to there's a little bit of adversity we had to work through. Yeah.
You're, obviously playing in the Metro. It's such a dog-eat-dog world, I guess, to use that kind of a cliche. But, everybody knows you step on the court, you got to be focused from point 1 to point 75 or however many it takes.
Yeah, there's anytime you're playing one of the Metro schools, it's it's going to be a battle. I think there's always more fans. I think the kids and girls look forward to it because they know so many of the girls in club volleyball, and I think they're kind of like, oh yeah, I want to go beat my friend or whatever that is. And so you really do have to be able to show up and be able to kind of I think flip the switch sometimes from some of those other matches that maybe are a little bit slower to all of a sudden you maybe play whoever on a Monday and you're going against a Roosevelt or whoever in the Metro on a Thursday. And I think there's kind of a flip end of intensity that you need to be able to do. But again, I think a big thing we preach is we want to be able to stay consistent with our volleyball no matter who it is and stick to our plan and our style. And I think the girls are kind of figuring that out and having some success with that.
Well, tonight, who it is the Pierre Governors, a team that's had their struggles this year, ups and downs, a capable team. But what do you see from this team and as you face a long road trip tonight?
Yeah, I think one defensively, they get after it. They do play hard, and I think they're scrappy, and they get a lot of balls up. And I think there's always Pierre always has a good home gym, and I think it's a good atmosphere that we need to be prepped and ready to come into. And I think the other big one is just we got to be able to still go take our swings even with service pressure. I think they do well at kind of ripping some serves at times, and we got to be able to manage that and maybe score out a system and be able to kind of handle that side of the game as well.
Do you find sometimes that the sizes of the gyms you play in might be a little bit bigger, like a Harrisburg gym? That's a big gym, but this gym is about the same size as yours, so you probably feel quite comfortable.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm pumped about these ceilings. Our ceilings are lower than this, we're going off the rafters about every play or something like that, feels like. But no, it is. This is an easier one. I think the biggest spot you see it is in serve. It's I think the second you get in one of those bigger gyms, like a Harrisburg, Brandon has a huge gym. There's so much space behind that I think it's hard for us to kind of sometimes step in and be able to go rip some serves. It takes almost a set to kind of get used to that depth. And so I think this is one of those gyms where you can kind of come into it and feel pretty comfortable with where you're at and be able to go still stay aggressive right from the get-go on. So.
All right. Hey, Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck tonight, all right?
Thank you for having me.
Cale Hecht is the head coach of the O'Gorman Knights as they come in 19-4, and as we mentioned right at the beginning of that chat, winners of 11 in a row. And I mentioned earlier this team has 4 losses, but only one of them is to a Class AA school in South Dakota. That would have been to Harrisburg, if I remember right, but they do have a 4-set loss to Sioux Falls Christian, perennial power in Class A, and they went to Omaha early in the season, had a couple of losses to a couple of Nebraska teams in best 2 out of 3 matches. So a team that's really been playing well. They finished 4th in the state tournament a year ago, but a team back then who I thought was a little underexperienced at the time, but in relation to everybody else that was playing in the semifinals of that tournament. But man, they really have been playing some good volleyball, and they're going to be a tough opponent here for the Governors tonight. If you're watching this one, you can see the Governors are warming up, and they're digging pink. They've got the old pink jerseys on with the green numbers, and again, getting their warm-ups in right now. Keys to success, thanks to the coaches for their time. It's sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. We'll go with the starting lineups next. Starters are brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre, and let's do that in 2 minutes. We'll take a 2-minute break. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building, the garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
This is Coach Scott Nye from your Pierre Governors and the team at Ranky Gray Wealth Management, where we focus on coaching something just as important, your finances. Everyone needs guidance through life's key financial decisions and challenges, not to mention the opportunity to feel confident that their retirement strategy will help them pursue the lifestyle they've dreamed about. As you're looking for the right team to assist you, we're right up the street and ready to provide you the help that can make all the difference. Contact our Pierre office today by visiting rankygray.com.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym, getting set for high school volleyball tonight. A little bit ahead of schedule. O'Gorman won the first two matches on the varsity floor rather handily. We understand the freshman A team from Pierre did pick up a 2-1 victory in the freshman match. So some good news there for the youngsters of the Governors here against a tough O'Gorman program. But again, instead of starting up at 7, it looks like we'll start a little bit ahead of time, and that's why we've kind of abbreviated our BankWest pregame show. Starting lineups coming up here tonight. Let's meet the O'Gorman Knights, and they've got a lot of folks they may shuffle in at times, but they will start something like this. Zoe Roghair is a defensive specialist at 5'2". She's a senior. The primary setter will be Kira Hermanson, who is a 5'10" senior. And she'll set up for the hitters. Kira McManus in the middle, a 5'10" senior. Lauren Veningay is a 5'10" junior. Also, Ruthie Robinson hits in the middle, a sophomore at 6'1". We expect to see plenty of Mackenzie Walsh, a very talented 6'3" junior, and Lily Wibben, a 5'10" junior middle hitter. For O'Gorman, the libero is a good one. Tyler Mooney, a 5'4" senior. With Mooney, it is also McKay, Roghair, Katie McKay, if I didn't mention her, 5'8" sophomore, will hit from the outside. McKay, Roghair, McManus, Hermanson, Veningay, and Robinson in the starting rotation. Walsh and Wibben, and maybe even London Smith we expect to see at 5'8" junior at times. The O'Gorman Knights, 19-4 on the season. They are the 4th power-rated team in the rankings right now, looking up at Jefferson, who the Governors will see a week from Tuesday night, and then also looking up at Washington in the 2 spot, and, of course, unbeaten Harrisburg, number 1 so far. And O'Gorman's one loss on the season actually was to Jefferson. Harrisburg is their next match after tonight, so they've lost to Jefferson, which was a 5-setter back in mid-season. Which happened to be September 24th. But again, it's an 11-match win streak coming in for the O'Gorman Knights. Their head coach is Cale Hecht. He's assisted by Jim Abbott, Jaden Fiekert, Sarah Wambach, and Bailey Nas. Starters for the Governors, sponsored by Envirotech, as they'll begin with Ava Swenson in the back row, a 5'5 senior. Setters include Molly Olson, a 5'6 sophomore, and Addie Soma, a 5'9 senior. Savannah Fullerton hits in the middle of the 5'8 senior. Ellie Browers, a 5'7 senior, gets in up front as well in the rotation. J.C. Bauer, 5'10 senior. Campbell Cronin, 5'11 senior, need to play big in the middle and up front tonight as well, with Swenson, Fullerton, Bauer, Cronin, Olson, and Soma, the starting rotation. Again, Browers and Kira Gosman, the 5'7 senior, coming in, and Sloan Waldron as well, the 5'7 junior setter. Grace Hatton is the libero, the 5'8 senior in the back row for the Pierre Governors. 6-10 on the season, 15th power rated at the current time. Gary Wheelhouse, the head coach, assisted by Chloe Kaiser, Kim Byerly, and Peyton Gall. Our starting lineups brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. As we pause for 2 minutes, and we'll get closer to the opening serve coming up. When we return, we'll give you the game officials after that 2-minute timeout as well. And then we'll serve it up in about 5 minutes or so from now. Coming right back to Rick's High Gym. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use the mobile app Waste Connect. Check their website or receive a robocall for collection schedule due to weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. And all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Every day, you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax return, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank or credit card account numbers, social security numbers, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think someone has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
Back at Riggs, and just hearing from the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection, they sponsor our Law on the Court tonight. And our Law on the Court are our game officials. We thank them for being for doing what they do, which is very oftentimes a thankless job in officiating high school sports. Tonight's officials at the net will be Sandy Negebauer. She'll be the R1 on the ladder, and one of our good friends, Joe Auk, who will be on the floor at the scorer's table. She'll be the R2. The line judges tonight are Rachel Arbach and Nicole Bowman in the corners for tonight's match. Joe Auk, Sandy Negebauer, Rachel Arbach, Nicole Bowman, tonight's game officials, as they're licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to officiate high school football, high school volleyball. Thanks for being our Law on the Court tonight, ladies. As we've got one more thing to do, and that is to serve this one up. Our Bank West pregame show will take a 1-minute timeout. Your Comtech opening serve is next. Pierre and O'Gorman back on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg. Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Back at Briggs High Jam, Brian Oakland with play-by-play, William Wilson in the studio, and also Jordan Lutmer on camera for live ticket. Remember, you can watch this match and hear it at drgnews.com and the River 92.7 page. We're also available on your smartphone app called DRG News. Here Friday night, the Governors hosting O'Gorman tonight at Briggs High Gym. They've got volleyball tomorrow going to Aberdeen to take on the Golden Eagles for the second time this season. That'll be a 3 o'clock first serve, and we'll be on the air at 2:30 tomorrow as well. Looking out on the court, and again, the Governors are digging pink tonight. They pulled out the old pink jerseys with the green numbers. One starter who is out there now is Allie Keys, a 5'8" sophomore. So it's Keys in the front row with J.C. Bauer and Ellie Browers in the back row as Campbell Cronin checks out in place of the libero Grace Hanton. It'll be Molly Olson to serve and Ava Swenson back there as well. Pierre will serve first. The Comtech opening serve. Comtech Communication and Electronic Sales and Service on the truck bypass in Pierre. And we're underway. The Governors hitting from left to right. O'Gorman in royal blue with the white numbers and gold trim. Set it up outside to the left, and just a power tap for Lauren Veningay, a 5'10 junior. A lot of experience now on this O'Gorman squad. I mentioned state tournament last year. They were maybe the least experienced of the top 4 teams that finished in that state tournament, but they've gotten a lot better and a lot more rhythm in their offense in particular, although a high set pass and a tap back away by Ruthie Robinson. Here's a swing up front, and this turns into a kill for J.C. Bauer. It was Robinson in the net for O'Gorman anyway. OG got that first point, but the Governors come right back, and J.C. Bauer able to score the first for the Governors tonight. Allie Keys back to serve. Left to right, this one just across the net, and a diving attempt puts it right back to the Govs. Here's Olsen setting up Campbell Cronin up front, but a nice diving dig by the Knights in the back row. Meanwhile, it's Swenson trying to dig the attack by Veningay, and that one unsuccessful. It's over the Governor bench and out of bounds, and a 2-1 lead here for O'Gorman. So far, already 2 swings for the Governors, and to me, that's a pretty good sign. We talked about them trying to get in system a little more consistently. They won't do it here. The return of serve is back to the net, and a serve return error for the Governors. A strong serve that time by Kira Hermanson. Hermanson, a 5'10 setter, a real weapon for the Knights, but also a good server. She shimmies this one right over the net, and that spins straight on down in front of the Governor back line. O'Gorman now with 3 in a row. They lead 4-1 off of the ace by Hermanson. Here's another one as Olsen unable to handle the hot shot. And that one comes over toward the scorer's table. 2 straight aces and essentially 3 in a row. Although one of them more of a return error by the Govs to start this run. 5-1. The Knights. Swenson gets a good pass this time. Up to the setter, Olsen. Outside right, J.C. Bauer takes the swing. Tyler Mooney, though, digs it up. Here's Veningay to the back line, and Rachel Arbach, the line judge, says that is on the line. Didn't have any more room to spare, but the good call was made, and Veningay has 3 kills so far, and it's 6-1. As O'Gorman using every inch of the court that time. Here's Campbell Cronin, left side, into a dig by Mooney. Not much system on the first 2 hits, but still a nice back row attack. Dug up by the Governors. Bauer is blocked up front, meanwhile. Keeps the pass alive, and a push out by Ellie Browers. Here's Veningay, power tap again. Swenson gets there. Nice volley going on. Now Cronin to the back row, but it's covered up by Zoe Roghair. Good player back there. Now the left-handed swinging Mackenzie Walsh will come up on the right side, and this one is out of the reach of Swenson. This is 6 in a row for Gorman, but I got to tell you, the way the Governors played that point, I'd say, again, this team can compete. That was a really well-played point. Here's Cronin back, and this one out of the reach of Mooney. Campbell Cronin will score her first and bring it in to that 6-point run. Governors obviously have to minimize those long rallies. They gave up a number of those to Huron in their last match on Tuesday night once again. Serving away here is Bauer, but it's just a little bit long. And again, kind of talked a couple of weeks ago when the Govs played Harrisburg. One of the themes of that match is the same as this one. Don't help your opponent out. Nothing unforced, like serving errors and things like that. O'Gorman doesn't need much help in this one tonight. The Governors are going to have to make their own breaks, no doubt about it. On the rotation, it brings up Veningay to serve. Well, she'll give one back. O'Gorman had a little delay in their substitution, and Veningay unable to hit. Here we'll take side out back, and here is Ellie Browers. Here in these pink jerseys. Some of the players are actually wearing different jersey numbers. Browers, one of them. Here they come with Robinson, and it's a Campbell Cronin block up front. Ruthie Robinson, 6'1" sophomore. She gets up high, but Campbell Cronin is right there. Defensive point for the Governors. Back within 4, and a shimmy across the net this time for Browers on the next serve. It's 8-4 O'Gorman. No system for the Knights as they'll send it back to the Govs. Addie Soma takes a swing. Shorts a small swing at that, but a misplay up front by Mackenzie Walsh. A little off time on the changeup, put across by Soma. And the Governors have 3 in a row here. It's 5 serving 8. Browers with a good shot. Coming across, it's played up, and Walsh will tap it back. Alexa Schleckaway running down a loose ball and then put across in the back row by Browers. Loose ball up front, but it's O'Gorman and Walsh who graze the net with her back. And an error for O'Gorman. First of the night. Suddenly we've got an 8-6 ball game. First set on the way to 25. Browers, the southpaw, hits this one too much and too long. Second serving error for the Governors. Can't help but like what you see from the underdog Govs, though, so far. The way they're playing here, we got a 9-6 lead from the visitors. Tyla Mooney will serve it away. She's got the white jersey as the libero, but another misplay on the return of serve, and Mooney credited with ace number 3 of the night for the Knights. 10 serving 6. Mooney with the left side of the service line, angling. Middle back to Grace Hanton. Passes up to Sloan Waldron. Hot shot for Cronin, but a nice dig by Veningay in the back row. Now Walsh hits off the block of Kira Gossman, and that's over the top of the rest of the defense. Still down in fair play for what it's worth, but Lauren Veningay, or rather Mackenzie Walsh, will pick up kill number 2, and that night lead has gone from 2 up to 5 now as Mooney. Serve is sent back to the net. A little bit of a misplay, but the Governors play it out of there and keep it alive. Now a swing out left side. Tatum Beckman, a 5'10 sophomore, having just checked in a moment ago in the rotation, but she misses her first swing of the night long. And the Knights will give it back to Pierce. 7 serving 11, side out. Grace Hanton, Pierre libero. There's Beckman coming up this time, pulls the string over the block, and Waldron diving for it but can't reach. And Beckman will pick up her first kill. A little one and done that time for Pierre. Zoe Roghair checks back in. Back row player. Just 5'2", senior, but a good and quick defensive player for the Knights. Miscommunication. Nobody wants it. Serve return error for the Governors once again. And another unforced error. 13-7. O'Gorman as Carrie Wheelhouse will try to calm things down and get communication going once again. A little quick timeout here. Timeouts in our broadcast are brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Grab a Coke and be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Drive slower. Live longer.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym. Happy Friday night to everybody. A night of volleyball instead of high school football. Governor football last night. We saw the Governors defeat Douglas 34-7. Had a 34-0 lead at halftime. Pierre returned the serve back, but then O'Gorman returned it right back. Now it's back to the Knights. There's a Waldron dig. Again, back to the net. Waldron coming back up. It's into the net. Kept alive nicely by Gossman. Waldron clears it out left to right, but there is Kira Hermanson. A good look. Was that Hermanson or Kira McManus? Oh, it was Kira Hermanson, as expected, the setter. A very good one. Good court awareness. She found the opening in the middle of the Governor's side, was able to put it away. It's 14-7. The biggest lead of the night so far for the Knights. Hot shot, Venengay in the back row. 5'10", but still just a junior. Tell you what, I've had a chance to cover state tournaments. I was covering for public broadcasting the state tournament last year, and I just recognized so many of these names. As Rog here leaves a serve in the net, it'll come back to Pierre, but some of these players to me just seem like they've been around for a long time, like Venengay, and lo and behold, she's still just a junior. That was 4 for the Knights to go up by 8. Now it's 8 serving 15, and Ava Swenson will check in. Alexis Schleckaway is out. J.C. Bauer back in up front. This serve is returned right back, but the Governors unable to do anything with it. Now slide it out to McManus on the right side. The Governors defend that well. And the Soma set attempt this time is up to J.C. Bauer. But the Governors get a huge break here as O'Gorman tapped it from their side, but it hits the far side antenna. And the Governors get that break. They get the service point. But now Swenson coming up with another one. This one goes long, and the Govs miss for the third time in serve tonight. 16-9. Govs had the lead, or I should say the Knights have the lead. Govs had the like a 16-7 or a 16-9 lead against Huron the other night a couple of times, but weren't able to hold them. Here's Bauer taking a swing, but missing low and into the net. Third error on the floor for Pierre. Now 17-9. The lead is up to 8. Swenson leans into the return of serve this time. Soma setting up Allie Keys, but it's blocked right back. Now Soma again, but too much on the cross-court set this time, as Bauer is unable to reach. Allie Keys, the sophomore, getting a chance to get in there and get some swings. Last 3 to the Knights, and it's 18-9. Here free ball's the return out there from Waldron this time. Hermanson across, but Waldron covers it up. Now Bauer with the swing. Soma with a better set attempt this time. And J.C. Bauer off the block and down here with 4 kills in game number 1 as they score their 10th point of the set. But they trail 18-10. And it is Soma, the senior, back to serve. Sending the back line back on the move, but much too much on this one for McManus. And now the Knights have 4 errors on the floor in this opening set. 18-11. Soma from the right side of the service line. Rog here will play this one up to Hermanson, and she'll set it out to Venengay, who's back up front. Governors block it. Soma with a one-hand dig, but it's back over. But now another chance for Venengay. She will hammer this one home in front of the back line. Soma will check out of the back line. Molly Olsen is in up front. She'll do some setting from there. 19-11. Knights lead by 8. Rowers plays the next serve up. Little tap out by Keys. Big hit up front, but Robinson was unable to keep it down. And the serve comes back to Pierre. As expected, O'Gorman with the lead and with some comfort to that lead, but still, as a fan and somebody who's seen this team play quite a bit, I like what I'm seeing from the Govs. Knight set it up to Robinson once again, but she'll miss long. Kale Heck, we talked about Ruthie Robinson. That was just a name that one of the few names on this squad that I haven't recognized coming into this year. She's a sophomore and a very exciting player, but a little bit streaky at times as she's trying to find her way. Here's Bauer across the court. Mooney with the dig attempt, and it goes right up into the front row of the student body. Nice catch by one of the kids up there wearing pink. J.C. Bauer with 3 kills, and that's 2 service points for Pierre, but the rally ends as Allie Keys will serve long and out of bounds. Pierre was back within 5, now a 6-point Knight lead, 20 serving 14. This is Kira Hermanson. Roghair checking out of the back row, rotating up front where Mackenzie Walsh takes her spot. Now Hermanson, who had a couple of aces earlier, serves one through the seam this time, and more indecision between Olsen and Swenson this time. The I got it, you take it game, and it was an easy ace. Hermanson hits the home, and this time the Govs can let that one go. And update the score to 21-15. Now Swenson out, Gossman in up front. Bauer rotates to the back row to serve for Pierre. I've always loved these old pink jerseys with the green numbers. Big shot, Benengay. Hermanson's a great setter, and she will get the timing down more often than not. Benengay coming up on the run from, well, she got a start in the back row, but still was playing a front line position. Hammered that one down. 6 kills for Lauren Venengay. Now loose ball at the net, and a good block here by Tatum Beckman. Actually kind of a put away there for Beckman. The Governors tried to keep it alive, were unable to do so. I'll give a block to Beckman on the point. 23-15. Knights close to winning game number 1 or finishing game 1. Now Robinson will block Campbell Cronin. Cronin has a block of her own, but Ruthie Robinson gets one down. That puts O'Gorman with 1 to go in set number 1. This is game point. 24-15. Lob serve is across. Browers keeps an eye on it. And then you've got 2 Governor players trying to clear it away. A double hit is called. That's an error. And that is point number 25 for the Bishop O'Gorman Knights. 25-15. O'Gorman wins game number 1. Your score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard as we'll pause for 2 minutes and we're coming back. Game number 2 is next. You're listening to Governor Volleyball on your official home of the Governors, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Knowles wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Scott Darno with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Lucky
Welcome
for
back
us.
to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Set. Obviously, O'Gorman built the lead early with a 6-point rally at 7-1. Pierre was able to get it back within 2 at 8-6, and they tried to stay as close as possible. We're back within 5 as late as 19-14, but O'Gorman again scoring the last 4 to win it by 10 as they outkill the Governors 10-5 in game number 1. Comtech opening serve. We're underway. Game 2 put in play by the Knights this time around. Tapped out by Allie Keys. Now Keys up there to block, but Lauren Veningay, who had the hot hand in game number 1, starts the second set with a swinging kill. Governors kept playing until they heard the whistle. They thought they might have had a pancake effort in there, but to no avail. And Katie McKay, the opening server for the Knights, puts another one in play. Big swing this time, and that's Kira McManus. McManus, another good offensive threat up front, but this is her first kill. I don't remember her taking any swings in that first game. Coach Kerry Wheelhouse talked about how versatile O'Gorman is and how many different things they can do. Might see McManus, who knows? Maybe she'll get the hot hand in this one. There's a little tap for Allie Keys. Set assist by Molly Olsen, and Allie tips one over the O'Gorman block. And the Governors on the board first for the first time here in game number 2. 1 serving 2. Olsen sends it up the middle. Set up outside. Veningay is blocked. Keys is there. Soma might have had a hand on that one too. Another one from Veningay. Power tap. Dug up. And here's a lift. And then O'Gorman ended up in the net anyway. So a nice job here by Grace Hanton in keeping one alive. And this will go on as an O'Gorman error, but that one wasn't really an unforced error by the Knights. The Governors made a nice play, and we're tied at 2-2. Veningay ready to swing again. And a step late on this one is Grace Hanton. Veningay bringing the heat. 3-2. O'Gorman back in front. They won again that first one, 25-15. Impressive run that the Knights are on. Right now, they have not lost since September 24th when they lost to Sioux Falls Jefferson. Actually, let's make that October 5th when they lost to Sioux Falls Christian in 4 sets. Soma takes a swing, but the Knights will block. And this is Ruthie Robinson, a 6'1 sophomore up front, her second ace block of the night. And we'll update a 4-2 score as Kira McManus serves right side of the service line. And this one right back to the net, and it's a Pierre point. The follow through by Veningay trying to slam dunk it home right in front of the ladder official, Miss Sandy Negebauer. And Veningay a little too much on the follow through. She'll bring the net down a little bit, and that is a Pierre point. Fortunate for the Governors. Back set this time, though. They'll come right back, setting up Robinson on the slide. Ruthie Robinson with her first kill of the evening. Quick bump set spike, great route run, and a great setup off of a good first pass as well. Here's Kira Hermanson serving right to left for the Knights in royal blue. Pushed back on touch 2 by Addie Soma, and another swing, Mackenzie Walsh, this time on the right side through the Bauer block and down. Walsh is a player I was really high on watching her in the state tournament a year ago. And again, sometimes these left-handed hitters, they just it's a different look, and I just think they're that much more difficult to defend. The Governors staring down hot shots and bullets and are able to dig them up. They keep going back to the Knights side. Molly Olsen, the latest. Swenson digs close to the net, and then it's put away by Walsh. up front. I love what Kerry Wheelhouse said. Dig or die, that's what they're going as tonight. And that really, on that particular sequence, that's exactly what the Governors are doing. They're digging or dying. Although this time they let the serve go. More miscommunication. And Olsen and Swenson, really the second time that Kira Hermanson has taken advantage of that spot on the floor. She gets another ace. But this one, she'll give one back. This one stays low and in the net. So 8-4. Governors have the lead. I should say the Knights have the lead. Governors will take the serve. 4 serving 8. A turn for Bauer to serve now. And J.C. Line drives one across. Played up by Mooney, who stepped in for the previous server. Pushed back by McKay. And Grace Hanton unable to set that one up. As McKay will score her first. So Gorman, who had 10 kills in the first set, have 3 players who did not score in the first game already registering kills here in game 2. They lead 9-4 as Veningay serves. Hatton able to play this one up, but bumping from the back row, Soma out to Kira Gossman. First swing of the night for KG. But this one will go long and out of bounds, 10-4. The Knights with the lead. Change up this time, pitched by Veningay. She'll get the return back from Campbell Cronin. Didn't get much on it. Walsh blocked well. Governor's able to set something up. Here is Soma across the court. Power tap, no good. Now Walsh again. Off of the hand of Campbell Cronin and down. Mackenzie Walsh with 5 kills, 3 of them so far here in game 2, and stop the bleeding time. It's time for a Coke break. As far as the Governors are concerned, Kerry Wheelhouse calls the timeout, and we'll step aside for 30 seconds. 11-4 O'Gorman. They win the first one 25-15. And we'll take a 30-second break. You're back, and we're back with more Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
4 Knights leading by 7. Governor Volleyball, and we appreciate our Pierre Sports marketing partners for all they do in Governor Sports. They include All Around Graphics, American Bank and Trust, and Anderson Rumsa Dental, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, the Capital City Campus, and Kathy Sonnenschein Properties, your Pierre Sports marketing partners. Here at a tap, it was blocked right back. They keep it alive, but then Gossman trying to adjust and is not able to clear. Governors with a second hitting error here so far in the second set. And really just a play that Pierre wasn't able to set up. Hatton plays up the next serve. Gossman backs off. She'll go across the court. Mooney, I'd have assumed maybe that one might fall down out of bounds, but it did not. And Kira Gossman fortunate to get this one to go. And the Governors are serving again, but now trailing by 7. 5 serving 12. Soma, serve played up by Tyler Mooney. Back to Walsh. 1, 2, 3. The Governors starting with Soma just to stare down the shot. First off, keep it alive, and here is Campbell Cronin. She will block Tatum Beckman. Ellie Browers was there too. Cronin was excited maybe for Browers, but I think it was Cece who gets her second block point. Service point for Pierre. Here is Hanton trying to keep a tap off the floor. No good. It is Mackenzie Walsh with kill number 6. 13-6 now, and Mooney will serve as Ruthie Robinson checks out. She rotates to the back row. Mooney is back in at libero. She takes good angles here. Browers with a good pass. Sloan Waldron will leave it, and the Governors swinging from the middle. Kira Gossman, though, just a little bit long. A good aggressive attempt by the Govs, but you've obviously got to just get on top of the ball. And that one missed by about a foot. Mooney lobs one across, diving Brewers. It's back into the net. No play there, and Mooney will register her second ace of the night. This lead starting to grow a little too much. As far as the Governors are concerned, they trail 15-6. Mooney this time. Good court awareness as Brewers lets it go, and this one falls out of bounds on the far side. It'll be 7 serving 15. Here trying to minimize those long service rallies, but Gorman's been doing a good job of getting 3 or 4 at a time. And here's a early swing, a little too quick for Kira McManus, and she'll miss this one in the net. Point to the Governors. Back within 7. 8-15. Grace Hanton wearing the home white jersey tonight with the rest of the team digging pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in October. Tatum Beckman with a good swing out on the left side. And her second kill is down. 16-8, O'Gorman leading. And here comes Zoe Roghair in to serve. Right to left as you watch this one on the website or on the phone app. Mooney diving close to the student body. Good hustling effort by Veningay, but Allie Keys out on the left side of the Governor front line, registering kill number 2. Keys, the daughter of Coach Jim Keys, who has the cross-country teams heading out to Rapid City tomorrow to run in the state cross-country meet. Wish them the best of luck. Ava Swenson, nice serve, but Roghair makes a nice play. Veningay out to swing it away from the back row. The back row attack. The dig by Sloan Waldron goes up and over the ladder, and no room for the Governors to keep it alive. Veningay scoring from all points on the O'Gorman side tonight. She leads all scorers with 9. 9 kills, that is. And from right to left on the angle, the miss in serve this time for Katie McKay. O'Gorman missed 3 serves in the first. They've missed 3 more here in the second, helping the Governors a little bit. 17-10, though. Knights still in front. As Brewers checks out, Molly Olson is in to serve in the first ace of the night for the Governors. Saw McKay and Roghair tracking that one. Roghair, or it was McKay who made a play on it, but it heads back to the back wall, and that is ace number 1 for Pierre. It goes to the sophomore, Molly Olson. Now Roghair back over the net on the next return of serve. A bump pass up for Grace Hanton, and it turns into a nice pass that Addison Soma can use to her advantage. She hammers one to the back row down for the kill. Unconventional, but a point for the Governors and getting in system even on 1 touch instead of 2. But speaking of system, here come the Knights. Bump set spike as Hermanson goes back set on the slide to Kira McManus. And McManus will put one down. Cubs had 3 in a row. On that particular sequence, they trailed, though, 18-12. McManus's turn to serve. Hatton cuts off Swenson to play the serve up, and the Governors get a 1-2-3. Hatton to Olson, and J.C. Bauer, who is the team leader, gets her first in the second set, her 4th overall, and a quick one and done for OG. 13 serving 18, backing off to return the serve, this time in the back row. It'll be Hermanson up to Veningay, dug by Brewers, but it's back over. Actually, was Swenson who dug that one. Now a miss for Bauer as she got a little bit tentative, kept her feet on the floor in front of the 10-foot line, and either took her eye off of it or just let it go a little too close to the ground before taking the swing. Governors still playing with smiles, and I tell you what, it is kind of refreshing to see. Although Mackenzie Walsh, too tough up front on the right side. That went out of the reach of Hanton, and Walsh continues to be a constant here in Game 2. Now the lead growing to 20-13. Hermanson serving. She's done well in that regard tonight. Swenson with a good pass, though. Up to Soma. Palm shot out by Cronin. It is dug right back, and then Cronin with a chance to swing hard this time, but that's blocked right back to the Govs. Now a bump pass hit across by Bauer. On a good swing, but O'Gorman defends and a little tap kill for Mackenzie Walsh. Sometimes in volleyball, in this case, it was the Governors who were playing with a lot of energy. They were getting good swings, and they were, digging some good things up. A lot of aggressive play on both sides, but it's the tap that ends up winning the battle. Here's Bauer from the right side, though, as the Governors return serve, and J.C. Bauer hits the back end line. Rachel Arbach seeing that one well, and it's 21-14. Here topped out at 15 in game one. O'Gorman had a nice run to finish that one out. Here's Robinson. Boy, she gets up high, but even keeping the arm, she kept it locked, but she kept it loaded, but she never fired. She just taps it over the defense, and Ruthie Robinson has kill number 2 in the set and the match. 14-22, but a service miss this time for Veningay. That one stays in the net. 22-15. Mentioned Lily Wibben, a 5'10 junior who I remember from a year ago. I haven't seen her tonight, so maybe I hope not an injury or anything like that, but it appears that Wibben not available here this evening. I did not get that information from Coach Heck. 22-16 after the Knights missed in the net, but here's a decoy in the middle. Back set Hermanson over to Walsh on the right side. Mackenzie Walsh has 7 kills in this second set. 9 overall, and it's 23-16. Mooney back to serve. Pass up to Waldron. Setting out Cronin. She got blocked and reached back and was able to put it across. That's a great reflex play, but the Governors can't make it last as the Knights will set it out to Beckman. And Tatum Beckman will swing and score again. Game point here for O'Gorman. Looking to go up 2-0. 24-16. Mooney serving for the game will miss on the angle. I like watching these servers like Mooney, though. They get as far over to the left in this case as they can. They try to use every inch of the court as possible, but even this one ran out of room. And she misses it out of bounds. Hatton serving to try to keep the Governors alive. And this will be a serve return error by O'Gorman. The set went up a little too tall for the hitter. And they couldn't reach, and it falls in favor of the Govs. 18 serving 24. This is game point number 3 for the Knights. Backing off to return is Veningay. Big shot. Walsh, there's the finish. In game number 2, 8 kills in the set, 10 overall for Mackenzie Walsh. They went with a hot hand that time, the southpaw. And Walsh finishes it, but the Knights win the second set. 25-18 on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. They take a 2-0 lead. Scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre, and we're halfway through. 2 down, 1 to go for the Knights. The favored Knights in this one. Halftime in our broadcast sponsored by Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial on East Sioux Avenue in the Capitol Creek Center Plaza in Pierre. We'll hear from them, and we're back in 2 minutes for Game 3 here at Rigside Gym. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball and your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Dimock Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimock Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, DimockDairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimock Cheese.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olsen Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olsen Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olsen Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olsen Plumbing 605-224-6436.
You asked for it. Nonstop flights between Pierre and Minneapolis. Now you can book nonstop flights from Pierre to Minneapolis and Denver on Denver Air Connection. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets with fares starting at just $119 one way. Seats are limited and restrictions apply. Business, pleasure, a game, a winter getaway. It's easy when you fly from Pierre. Visit DenverAirConnection.com/Expedia to book your trip today. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Minneapolis flights begin November 30th.
At Jan Busse Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating
back
customers.
to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
From the underdog Governors in this one, as far as how they've been playing lately, I think certainly in relation to how they played on Tuesday night, they've stepped up their game a little bit. Problem is the opponent is just that much better. And Gorman looking strong. They scored 18 kills in that second set compared to only 6 for the Govs. It's Molly Olsen with a Comtech first serve. Hit back to the net as J.C. Bauer tries to put it away, but instead she is blocked back by Kira Hermanson. And Hermanson will score the first for the Knights here in Game 3 and try for the sweep. They give Hermanson a kill instead of a block, I suppose. There is Allie Keys punching one back. On the move now, Robinson blocked at the net. Nice play by Keys to keep it alive. Pushed back by the Knights. Swenson runs it down. Here's Olsen with a bump pass up, and Bauer will take a swing. It's back and out of bounds. And the Governors with a well-played point for a side out. J.C. Bauer with 6 kills, and she's leading Pierce so far in that department. Scoreboard says 1-0. I was wondering if there wasn't a second one in there, but here's a tap out for Lauren Veningay, who continues to play well tonight. I might have been one ahead of myself a little bit. It's 2-1 on the scoreboard in favor of O'Gorman. Early on, third game. Once again, they're playing for the sweep. There's a nice keep alive by Swenson on a bad pass, but the Knights come right back. Here was sent scrambling, and as they start to get back in position, the Knights already on a fast-paced offense, just a step ahead, and Ruthie Robinson crosses one down the middle. Campbell Cronin two-hander is out. Veningay tapped one back. Here's a swing for Bauer on the left side of the Governor front line. That one will miss fire, far side to near. And it's out of bounds, and the lead is up to 3 at 4-1. So far, O'Gorman already claiming momentum here in the third set. We'll see if the Governors can maybe stay even closer. O'Gorman has to free ball one back. Here's a line drive pass. Cronin swings it away, but right there was Hermanson. Now it's Walsh swinging on the right side, but that one low and in the net. Another good play by the Governors, especially, I think, on the defensive side of things, but they were able to keep sending them across. Dig or die, still working at times for the Governors. Meanwhile, Walsh takes a swing to return the J.C. Bowers serve. She'll pass. Olsen pushes one out to Gossman, but it's a tap out. Now it is Walsh. She missed one in the net earlier. She didn't miss this one at all. That one with a vapor trail on it, and it is 6-2. (5-2) on the board. I thought I saw 5-1 earlier, and then the Govs got a side out. But at any rate, try to follow. Now loose ball at the net. Somebody touches it, and it's Cronin for the Govs. That'll be a net violation. Pierre hasn't had any of those until now this evening. Score updates to 6-2 here. Veningay will continue to serve. Hatton with a good play up. Good spin on that one. Straight up. Soma out to Gossman, but that one is defended. Mooney with the first pass. Here's Tatum Beckman, who just misses. Tried the angle, near side of the other way. Beckman a little bit out of bounds. 3 serving 6. Here come the Governors, and this is Addison Soma serving to cross. Nice line drive. Mooney tried to get it up in the air, but not enough time for Hermanson to run it down. A serve return error by O'Gorman. They don't have many of those. I've got them with just a couple tonight. Soma started that with a great serve, though. Now Veningay up. Here's Robinson blocked. She hasn't been blocked very much tonight. Then the Governors come back. Second touch and a good swing for Kira Gossman through the block and down. This time it was O'Gorman who was not able to get back in position to set things up, blocking or otherwise. But Soma, as the Governors tried to build some momentum, will serve one long, and it goes back to the Knights. Inside out, 7-9. Gorman will serve, 7-5, I should say. Ruthie Robinson out. Tyler Mooney right back in there to serve. Good pass up to Waldron. Pierre will swing with Gossman. Mooney is there to dig. Hermanson finally runs it down, but then the swing from the back row comes, and the dig is to the net from Schleckaway. And it crosses right into the kitchen of Kira McManus, who was able to put one down with 2 hands. And a service point to O'Gorman. 8 serving 5. Mooney in the white jersey once again. Played up by Schleckaway to Waldron this time. Good swing for Cronin, but it's blocked right back. Hanton will bump it back to Cronin. Can't get it. On the right side, and Cronin had to jump just a little bit late. If that pass, I think, is just another foot higher, maybe Cronin has a little more time to set up with a more powerful swing and maybe a more technically sound swing. But instead, it's 9-5 Knights. Here's Cronin again from Sloan Waldron, and Campbell, who's been quiet tonight, checks in with just her second kill in the match. Governors hanging tough so far. 6 serving 9, third set. Obviously, they need to win this one to stay alive. Hanton with a good serve. Veningay gets to it just in time, though. O'Gorman free balls it out. Now a little tapper back by Keys in the middle. Instead, here's a dig for Schleckaway. Nicely done there, but a big swing, too big and too long for Kira Gossman. Gossman's percentage tonight has suffered just a little bit. Not for a lack of effort, though. 10-6 now. Knights with the lead. Roghair is in to serve. Backing off the bench. She'll play through the back row. Schleckaway pushes the first one back to Browers, who then pushes it across. But here's Beckman coming back, and that one's in play. Tatum Beckman. So you've got big Knights offensively for Mackenzie Walsh and Lauren Veningay, and you've got great support from Tatum Beckman, Kira McManus, Ruthie Robinson. Lots of weapons on this O'Gorman front line. Pierre returns it back, and an easy opportunity, but a great block by Browers of Beckman. And then Beckman near the ladder, can't get the angle back. She had to keep it inside the pin and try to get it over the net, but really didn't have a lot of room to work with. And the Governors do a good job there. It is 7-11. Ava Swenson on to serve. Senior to put it across. Gossman is out of the front line. Rotating to the back. Hermanson has to run down that first pass. Beckman on a dive. Keep alive by Waldron. But then Hanton, feet on the floor in the back row, just trying to clear it back. You like to send them deep, but this one doesn't stay in the court of play. It's a little bit long and unfortunate for the Govs as they give it right back to O'Gorman. Running serve for Katie McKay. Here come the Govs, and Bowers swinging. That's good. Off the block. That one stayed in the front row. Mooney came from a long way to try to get a hand under it, but to no avail. J.C. Bauer continues a nice night offensively. That is her 7th kill. And it's 8 serving 12. Serving here, Molly Olsen. Knights get under it. McKay just enough. It's McKay, Mooney who had to bump it up for Veningay this time. And Veningay will find the open space and put it home. Quick point for O'Gorman, and a timeout will be taken here by the Pierre Governors. Again, hanging tough, but they trail by 5 halfway home in the third for the O'Gorman Knights as they try to sweep. They lead 2-0 and 13-8 here in Game 3. This is a 30-second Coke break, sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling and Pierre. We're back with more Governor Volleyball on River 92.7.
Offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Busse Ford in Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Busse Ford, building partnerships for life.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Back at Riggs High Gym. Back-to-back days of volleyball for the Pierre Governors. Tonight against the Knights, tomorrow at Aberdeen. But Gorman taking the serve a moment ago. Off of the timeout, Kira McManus pitches a lob across out of the reach of Grace Hanton. That's an ace. Hanton able to play the next one up. Governors get a good swing from Allie Keys, but O'Gorman able to defend, and just a tap here from McManus will send it across right down in the middle of the front row, and there just weren't enough Governors to keep it in play. 15-8 our score. As this one cleared out, and a good shot here. A dig, nicely done by Ava Swenson, but the next pass is off the mark, and the Governors will commit the error. And another point to O'Gorman to make it 16-8. I just got a text earlier to correct something. I'd mentioned earlier Allie Keys, the daughter of Jim Keys, the cross-country head coach. And I actually knew this, but I was wrong in it. It's brother John Keys, who is the parent of Allie Keys. So thanks for that, John and Ashley Keys, parents of Allie, who got the start tonight. Govs with another serve return error, 17-8. This time they can't get a play set up. And another good serve for Kira McManus, who's running on some good things right now. 6 in a row for the O'Gorman Knights. That matches their longest serving rally of the night. Their first time they had 6 in a row was actually to to make it 7-1 in the first set. So Pierre's been minimizing a lot, but now Ruthie Robinson taps out, or returns rather, the block of the Keys tip. And Ruthie with her third block. O'Gorman really getting better as this match goes along. 19-8. Bauer will return the next one. That's back to the net. Robinson couldn't get it down. This is the Governors. She gets, does she get this one? No. Hanton keeps it off the floor in the net. The Governors play it out of there. Hanton tries again. Not this time. It'll be Hermanson with the kill. Ruthie Robinson did everything that time, but it was Hermanson who gets it instead. 20-8 now, this run is about to put this one on ice, and as you hear everybody yelling out, the McManus serve goes to the back left corner, and that one turns out to be in fair play by plenty. This is 3 aces now, part of a 9-point service rally for Kira McManus. Another bit of a lob played by Bauer, and again, the Governors are not communicating. Swenson and Olsen both wanted that one. 22-8. 8 errors in this third set. Things starting to unravel a little too much for the Governors. Free ball back this time from Swenson. Here come the Knights with Veningay, and that one goes past the ear of Grace Hanton. She was hoping that might have been out of bounds. It was not. It's another one for Veningay, who has a dozen. T-2 and counting here for the Knights in a 3-game sweep that is seemingly imminent. There's a misplay and serve from Bauer. Another ace for McManus, and we've got match point to the Knights. kind of unfortunate. The Governors have played pretty well, all things considered, but right now giving up 12 unanswered to McManus and the Knights. J.C. Bauer has one that is touched up front by the Knights, according to Nicole Bowman. Match point will be fended off for the time being. Keys will rotate back now 24-9. This one returned back. The Governors have a chance as Swenson covers it up. Bauer will swing again. Blocked right back. Cronin puts it up in play, then pushed out by Molly Olsen. Now a chance for Veningay for the finish, and it's good. A fitting way to close it out for the O'Gorman Knights as Lauren Veningay finishes a great offensive evening. Your final score in Game 3 on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard is 25-9. O'Gorman wins it in straight sets, and they win it 25-15, 25-18, 25-9. Unfortunately, that 12-point run blew it wide open in the third. Otherwise, I still like a lot of things that I saw tonight from the Governors as heavy underdogs in this one. But the Knights win their 12th match in a row. They win their 20th match of the season, and they are now 20-4 on the year. The Governors fall to 6-11, their second loss in a row, their second loss of the week. 25-15, 25-18, 25-9. Gales Gas Service scoreboard sponsored by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Use their budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We'll talk about it in our post-game. Plenty to come up. We'll hear from Carrie Wheelhouse, our post-game coaches conversation. We've got the recap and stats to pass along. We've got big plays from Hermanson Endodontics. We'll announce a Cowboy Country Store's player of the game as well, all coming up in our Family Dental postgame. Postgame sponsored by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. This is Pierre Governor Volleyball and your official home of the Govs, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs. Call Family Dental at 224-7774 today.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology. There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archive video of all games, and when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
Are you looking to make a change? A career, not just a job. Beck Motor Company is seeking a dedicated and skilled general service technician to join our dynamic team. If you're passionate about automotive service and looking for a rewarding career, we want to hear from you. 2 to 4 years required minimum related experience and or training. Flag rate or hourly options available, 401k, free individual health insurance, paid leave, a company cabin in the Black Hills, on-site gym and more. Contact Dave Lemieux at 605-224-5912 or stop by Beck Motors for more information.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to DakotaStormRoofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Back at Riggs High Gym, I'm Brian Oakland as the O'Gorman Knights come in here. Heavy favorite, a team that's really playing as well as anybody in South Dakota, I imagine. Right now, this is their 12th match victory in a row, and they've beaten some pretty good teams along the way here, including earlier this month, for example. In fact, this winning streak started with a straight set win over Sioux Falls, Washington, who happens to be the second power-rated team in South Dakota right now. They've beaten some great Northwest Iowa teams. They've beaten good Sioux Falls Lincoln team coming in here, and Sioux Falls Roosevelt, who's been playing well. They've had a straight set win over Brandon Valley recently, and even went out to Rapid City last week and straight set at Stevens and Central. This is a team that's just really playing well on all fronts and really clicking on all cylinders right now. They win at 25-15, 25-18, 25-9. Welcome to our Family Dental postgame. As we talk about this one, it seemed like maybe early on when the Knights broke a 1-1 tie in the first set with 6 in a row that, maybe the Governors would kind of show some things that they've been had tendencies to show over the course of this season. Just, even in that opening run, it seemed like the Governors were playing with a lot of energy. They were doing everything they could to keep the ball off the floor, but the Knights in this case were just playing that well, and they were making their own breaks early on. But you know what? Pierre didn't lay down at all. They certainly came back. They made it a 2-point game in that first set at 8-6. But O'Gorman still had a common occurrence of 3 or 4 service points in a row, coming up at a time. And when you get that, you just start to gradually build the lead back up. And that's what the Knights were able to do. They scored 4 to go up 15-7. They scored a few more to make it a 7-point lead at one point, 18-11. They had a 6-point lead, 21-15, and they scored the last 4 of the set to make it 25-15. And that's how that first set came to an end. And then Governors playing well in that second set. They finish it, but O'Gorman wins at 25-18, as it turns out. And, again, I used the term hanging tough tonight. That seemed to be the MO for the Governors as in come from behind fashion. O'Gorman got an early 4-1 lead in that third set. Govs got it back to 1 at 6-5. They were hanging right there with them at 9-6, down by 3, down by 4 at 12-8. But unfortunately, the one bugaboo for the Govs has been the long service rallies. We didn't really expect it the way they were playing tonight, but a big 12-point service run by the Knights kind of put this one on ice at 24-8. Here fought off one more match point, but still a 25-9 win as O'Gorman wins it in straight sets. Let's talk to the coach about it. Kerry Wheelhouse has come up to join us. Coach, I love your blazer. Flashing pink tonight. It's a dig pink night. Always a special night, first of all. Let's talk about breast cancer awareness, too, because this is something that hits the Governor volleyball team, the Governor girls sports program, very, very close to home. How special is it for the players who know all of the people in our community who are affected by breast cancer in particular?
Yeah, it's very special to us, especially, Coach Byerly is battling breast cancer. Coach Chloe, her mom, battled breast cancer. I had 2 aunts that both went through treatment. I have a coworker that went through it, and so it's very special to us. And then we wanted to recognize not only the breast cancer survivors, the ones that are battling breast cancer, but also the ones that are battling all the other different cancers. It's something that affects the community deeply, and so all the money that we raise tonight is going to go to the Helmsley Center, to not only support breast cancer patients, but all patients in the Pierre area. So we hope to look like we raise some pretty good money, and excited to give back to the community.
God bless them. And like Coach Byerly says, cowgirl up.
Cowgirl up, absolutely.
Absolutely. Hey, Coach, you guys played, I thought, pretty well against a very, very good group of Gorman Knights here tonight. You probably heard me mention the term hanging tough this evening. You didn't play with a lead much, if at all, this evening, but you still seem like you weren't about to let the Knights run away with any of these sets. And sure, they got sizable leads from time to time. Maybe they thought they were comfortable leads, but you came back and you got your own little handful of 3 or 4 point rallies. Just I think you stepped up tonight and played to their level, obviously, until that last long run that they had to kind of to finish this thing off. But I imagine you're pretty pleased with a lot of things you saw tonight.
Yeah, we had that one ball that dropped and nobody went for it, and I just, had to take the time out and say that's not our dig or die mentality. That's not what we have talked about playing, and you need to be going for every single one. I don't care if you run into each other, and we ran into each other a couple times, but that means that the ball's not touching the floor without anybody after it, and then got better about digging up and getting some bad, back very deep balls in the corner, and, we talked about some of the girls are sitting there and they're like, what am I supposed to do on that one ball? I'm like, that's just a really good hit. We can't pick up every single ball, and they had some, offensive weapons that we haven't seen. Ran a lot of different stuff. So just needed to respect their pins a little bit more and get our pin hitters to stay out on the pins. That was kind of our downfall in the first couple sets. So nice to see some of our younger girls get on the court and show us what they can do and not panic in situations. So, yeah, not disappointed in it. Disappointed that we lost. I wish we would have played a little better in that third set, but, to stay with a top 5 team.
Yeah.
Shows what we can do.
And I love that mantra, dig or die. And certainly, use that tomorrow. It doesn't matter who you're playing.
No.
And you've got Aberdeen Central tomorrow. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But still, when struggle or not, when you've got that much energy on your side of the net, and everybody's going after it. I mean, it's still, even though you're not scoring the points or getting all of the points that you want to get, it's still that kind of energy. You can see it from up here. Everybody feeds off of it, and everybody's using that into the next point. And, that helps to maybe have a short memory too.
Yeah, and it's like I told the girls on Wednesday after. We don't like to talk about the games until at least 24 hours afterwards. And so on Wednesday, we talked about Tuesday's game, and I just said, hey, it hurts to lose, but it's still fun to play. We got to enjoy what we're doing and still have fun and play hard and enjoy the game, because even if you are losing, as long as you're playing hard, it's still a fun game to play. It sucks in the long run and the outcome, but we want to enjoy the game, and they need to start seeing that yeah, it's fun to play teams like this that show us and hit at us and show us a lot of stuff than, maybe some of those ones that are just dumping it over or giving us junk shots coming over, because it's fun to play against those. So they kind of started seeing that a little bit and just working harder at getting some of those balls up, and they know that, the season's coming to a close, and it's a push, and we need every single point that we can get.
You mentioned in pregame how versatile O'Gorman is and how many different looks they give you. And they were swinging from all points, middle, outside, left, right, really didn't matter. And sometimes, they even deked you a couple of times, it looked like. And sometimes you just don't know where you're going to need to defend. And that's just that just causes more of that energy, especially up front.
Yeah. When we talked about our blocks, I'm like, Campbell's doing a good job of taking care of the middle hitter. So pins don't need to go in on her. And they weren't really getting us much on the middle block or middle hitters. It was a lot of their pins or their sliding to the outside. And so making sure that our pins were staying there so that they could, block those girls. And Allie Keats did a good job stepping in. She hasn't played at this fast pace and especially against a team like this. And so for her, she got caught a couple times, but our outside pins and everybody's a solid blocker on their own. And so as long as we made sure that we had a solid block staying there, we did pretty good on that front. So yeah, they ran a lot of offense, they ran some stacked plays, and it's fun to watch.
It is.
And I'm like over there trying to take notes and being like, okay, yeah, those are all kinds of things. We talked about using some of their plays against them, and just didn't get the opportunity to do it.
And when you stare down a fastball and dig it up and it doesn't go across the net and it turns into a play on your side, I mean, there are moral victories. Sometimes I say I don't believe in moral victories, but you can take little small victories like that and continue your love for the game and your love of competition.
Yeah, nothing's better than getting it like slammed at you and you picking it up and getting a play on it. So, and giving your opportunity to, pick some of those up. And, Grace was all over the floor tonight, and there was just some of those balls that were really coming at her, and she defended herself well and kept them up and, popping those up. We've really worked on trying to be that dig or die mentality. Yeah. Like, we're just going to dig it all up.
But you know what? I asked for a little more consistent attack tonight. I saw a lot more swinging tonight in 3 sets, I think, than I saw in 4 sets on Tuesday night.
Yeah. I said we have to go right at these guys. These aren't ones, especially because they do cover the tip so well. We couldn't tip. We couldn't, if you're going to do something, you were going to have to throw it. You were going to have to really place it or really go down the net. And they did a much better job of swinging. We've really been working on, swinging consistently and how we're swinging and the fundamentals of it. And so they're definitely getting a lot better there. Campbell's doing a lot better job of swinging when she's off the net, where before, if she was off the net, it didn't quite go as well as she would want to. So, they've been working really hard. And so we're starting to see that. And hopefully we can get a couple more under our belt and go into Sodak 16 with some confidence.
Yeah, all right. So Aberdeen tomorrow, and a team that a couple of weeks ago you played pretty well here against. And like we said, dig or die in that one tomorrow. And maybe you've got a tighter match and an opportunity to pull an upset or something.
Yeah, hopefully so. And having back-to-back games, I think, is going to be good for us too, because it doesn't give us a lot of time to really think about it, think about the loss, and just keep working on what we've been working on and play some more volleyball.
All right, and go get some good popcorn tomorrow too.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Coach, good luck tomorrow. We'll see you on the road. Thanks for the good effort tonight. Kerry Wheelhouse, the Governor head coach. Governors do fall to the O'Gorman Knights, though, in straight sets on Dig Pink Night. For those who aren't seeing the coach tonight, she's got kind of a shiny sequined pink blazer for Dig Pink Night. So you can see her coming from a mile away. Govs fall, though, to the Knights 25-15, 25-18, and 25-9. Gave you the recap a little bit. Here are the stats that I've got in this one. O'Gorman unofficially with 39 kills as a team. That, of course, averages out to about 13 per set. The Governors held to 16 kills. Half of those come from J.C. Bauer tonight. She swung a good bat, so to speak. 8 kills for the senior, but 4 players with 2 kills each for the Govs, including Kira Gossman, Allie Keys, Campbell Cronin, and Addison Soma. Still would like to see Campbell Cronin's offensive numbers climb. I just feel like that's a player you want to feed a little bit more. If I were to be opinionated here in my post, so to speak, but I think Campbell Cronin could be another, more of an offensive weapon, but you've got to feed maybe your top hitter or somebody who could be your top hitter. We'll see how that goes here in these last few matches coming up. Meanwhile, 39 kills once again for O'Gorman. They're led by Lauren Veningay with 13 kills. Mackenzie Walsh is next in line with 12. As they score 25 of the 39 between them. 4 kills off the bench for Tatum Beckman, and also Kira McManus with 4, and then 2 kills. Let's go 3 kills for Ruthie Robinson in the middle. Kira Hermanson, the setter, with a couple, and Katie McKay with 1 kill tonight. Meanwhile, serving certainly dominated by the Knights. They've got 10 aces in this one, 4 of them on those that last 12-point rally with Kira McManus serving. And Kira Hermanson early on had 3 kills in the first set, another one in the second. She finishes with 4. Tyler Mooney put a couple down in serve tonight as well. 10 kills for O'Gorman, just 1 for the Governors, and that was pitched across by Molly Olsen. O'Gorman with 8 service misses. Pierre with only 5, and 5 individuals with 1 each. That's not so bad, given how things have gone at times over the course of the season. 5 blocks, though, turned into points for Ruthie Robinson and the Knights. Robinson with 3, Hermanson and Beckman each with 1. In that department, 2 blocks for Campbell Cronin is all Pierre is able to put down tonight. Governor, error numbers, not so bad, although half of their errors come in the third and final set when they had 8 of their 17 total and 15 errors for O'Gorman. I imagine even that is higher than what they're used to, and some of those are induced by some really nice play at times by the Governors. So 15 errors for O'Gorman, 2 of those in serve return. The Governors, I had at 3 serve return errors among their 15, make it 17 on the floor. O'Gorman wins it in straight sets, though. And it all comes down to big plays of the match. Big plays are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Let's hear from them. We'll give you the big plays when we return with more of our Governor and Family Dental postgame.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX-FM, Pierre. Leave sooner, drive slower, live longer.
Passing the 8 o'clock hour. Welcome back as we talk about Hermanson Endodontics and our big plays of the game tonight. A lot of times big plays come in the form of long service rallies. I really don't feel that this match was put away with long service rallies tonight. Of course, O'Gorman had one of 6 points in a row to go up 7-1 early right away in the first set. They never had that until right at the very end of the third set when they scored 12 in a row. And that's kind of when the Governors' efforts and maybe the wind out of the sails just a little bit, they would like to have that sequence back. But I just think overall, big plays for me tonight is just, I'm going to go with that mantra. Let's just call it what it is. Big plays of the night is the mentality the Governors came in here with this evening, and that dig or die MO. And, the Governors, as long as they had that in their focus, dig or die, they were making pretty good plays. And, Coach Wheelhouse talks about how this team is capable of competing with some of the top teams in the state. And to me, dig or die is how you're going to do that. So when that happened, again, a lot of bullets were stared down from the back row of the Governors. They played some pretty good defense. They still induced, as we said, a number of errors. So nothing real specific in big plays here tonight, but dig or die, the mentality this evening for most of, let's call it 2.5 sets out of the 3 is going to be, for me, our big play of the night. Big plays of the game from Hermanson Endodontics and Pierre. The Govs will try to use more of that mentality on the road at Aberdeen Central tomorrow afternoon. With that, we go with a player of the game. Player of the game sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre. And let's hear from them. We'll make it official when we return with more Governor Volleyball.
Howdy, partners. Did you know that you can save up to 30 cents on a gallon of gas instantly when you use the Sinclair DinoPay app at all Cowboy Country Store locations? It's true, and it's fast, secure, and simple to use. Just go to your app store and download the green DinoPay app, follow the prompts, and save big money at the pump today.
Convenience from the country, Cowboy Country Stores.
Cowboy Country Stores, player of the game. And as I'm waiting that 30 seconds trying to decide what I'm going to do with player of the game, I literally just decided where I'm going to go with this. And we're going to keep it local tonight because I was pretty impressed with how some of these girls performed against a top-notch opponent in the O'Gorman Knights. But if I were to go with the winning team this evening, I certainly would look in the direction of the top 2 hitters. Lauren Veningay with 13 kills, Mackenzie Walsh with 12, and Walsh had 8 of her 12 in the you know what? I gave her one too many. Let's say 11 kills for Mackenzie Walsh. 8 of those coming in the second set. And it's just a different look when you're swinging with the left hand. But Walsh hits him hard, and that's just tough to defend. That certainly was a big key, and maybe the second set, which probably was the best of the 3 games that the Govs played in this one, as they scored their most points, but I think they defended quite well in that one too. But Walsh was very big tonight. Of course, you got a great setter in Kira Hermanson leading the way. You got one of the best liberos in the state in Tyler Mooney getting good passes up. I think everybody else in the back row, and Zoe Roghair, Katie McKay, people like that. It's just a well-played night for the O'Gorman Knights in this one. But on the home front here, with Coach Wheelhouse mentioning some of the things that happened. And if you go with the dig or die mentality, you've got to give it to some of the people who are digging and not dying, I suppose, and that starts with the peer libero, and that is Grace Hanton. Hanton, the 5'8" senior, staring down a lot of hot shots, and she's putting them back in play. I would even give honorable mention to Ava Swenson. She stared down a bunch of hot shots coming her way this evening as well. But tonight it's going to be Grace Hanton, keeping it local with our player of the game, brought to you by Cowboy Country Stores. We'll get her a T-shirt noting her accomplishments. A great effort tonight, but O'Gorman just too good in this one. The straight set victory, 25-15, 25-18, and 25-9. Your player of the game, sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre. So the loss for the Governors tonight, it'll be Aberdeen Central tomorrow on the road at Golden Eagle Arena. We'll hit the road, and we'll be on the air at 2:30 tomorrow following the Governors against the old District 3 AA rival. 3 o'clock first serve here on River 92.7, and of course you can watch it online at drgnews.com. O'Gorman's got a tough one coming up. They're next in action on Tuesday night when they go to number 1 unbeaten Harrisburg, and they've got Huron and Mitchell left on their season schedules, so I'm sure O'Gorman will treat that next one like a postseason matchup when they take on the top-ranked Harrisburg Tigers and the 2-time defending champs as well. So best of luck to the Knights on the way, and safe travels to Knight fans who are heading back to the big town tonight. For all of those on the road this weekend, including Governor fans tomorrow, remember, on behalf of the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who celebrates being a part of a team, buckling up is the best way to save a life in a crash. Do it for your friends and your family. You've got some place to be. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Big thanks to William Wilson for running our show in studio this evening. Also for Jordan Lutmer running camera for live tickets. And you can watch this one once again at drgnews.com and the River 92.7 page once we sign off. Join us again tomorrow, 2:30 with a pregame, 3 o'clock with the first serve. By the way, into the next week, Governor Sports has matchups at Brookings on Tuesday for volleyball, and the Pierre Governors, who on the football field with a win over Douglas last night, now get a home game. They'll be the 4 seed, and they'll take on the Spearfish Spartans, a team they beat last week, a week ago tonight, at Hollister Field. That'll be Thursday night, and that has been scheduled for 6 o'clock Central Time. We will have a 5:25 pregame on Thursday for the Governor quarterfinal round, as they'll be the 4 seed in that playoff picture in Class 11 AA. Of course, the O'Gorman Knights will be in the postseason as well. I haven't looked up on 11 AAA. We won't take the time to do that right now. But once again, next broadcast tomorrow afternoon, 2:30, Governors at Aberdeen with the pregame. Hope you can join us then. Until we meet again, I'm Brian Oakland. This has been a presentation of your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com, your final Gales Gas Service scoreboard. It's O'Gorman in straight sets over the Govs tonight, 25-15, 25-18, and 25-9. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Have a great Friday evening, everybody.
This presentation of Pierre Governor Athletics was proudly presented by Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Ranky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Dakota Mart, Access Health, May Adam, TMA, Avera Health, Graham Tire, Slumberland Furniture and Pier, American Bank and Trust, Pierre Regional Airport, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Ramkota Hotel, Xander Auto Parts,
Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Ferding Electric, Bauman Lumber, Wegner Auto, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. DRG Media Group thanks you for listening to this broadcast of Pierre Governor Athletics.
Can't be said.